everybody, welcome to Elam's Small Group. This is Bishop Rowe. I am in St. Mark's Basilica. This is where St. Mark's body is held, his final resting place. Of course, he died in Alexandria, Egypt, and was martyred there for spreading and preaching the gospel there. The way he actually died was because they dragged him to the streets, and after they dragged him to the street, he just lost strength and power and just died. Well, that's where he passed away, and then essentially two extremely devoted men went to Alexandria for fear of persecution, went and took his body and brought it back here to Venice. Now, Venice was a place that he evangelized in. As many of you all know, it was in the book of Mark where Jesus specifically said, "Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel." He, following what he did, went into all the world and preached the gospel. This beautiful, opulent place was created in essence as a tribute to his work. It's hard to see, but up there, all of this area is made of gold, and it's little pieces of gold, no more bigger than a human fingernail, pieced together to create the most beautiful mosaic artwork that there is. Now, what's our lesson for today? The word that we get from the book of Mark, that "Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel," reverberates not just in the work that you do outside of your comfort zone, going into different parts of the world, but more so the world that you live in, more so the family you live in, more so the work you work in. I think your very life ought to be exemplary, a statue, a remembrance, a mosaic of the goodness of God and the love of Jesus Christ for you and for them. And I think that the very first place we ought to be seen in preaching our life for, or I should say that preaching Jesus would be our very own homes, our very own families, our very own workplaces. I don't want you to go into any other place. You are the one thing that God has commissioned to have the assignment of preaching the gospel into your own home, into your own family, into your own workplace, wherever God has sent you. Amen. To God be the glory. I hope you guys can see. Right behind me up there is where his bones are. And it's just incredible. This place is just beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. And when they built this whole entire place, they didn't even have lights, and it's not well lit right now either. But could you imagine? They created all of these mosaics because during the time that they were creating, there were so many people that couldn't read. So they created statues and pictures and sculptures so that way that they could depict what Jesus is doing, or the things that depict the gospel, right? And so it's critical for us that in our actions, in our lives, we became the mosaics. We become the very statues, the very experience of that people could see Jesus. Amen. To God be the glory. Well, what a beautiful, beautiful place. I am in awe. I really am. Like, this is incredible. St. Mark evangelized Venice, and people that were devoted to the gospel risked their lives. 2 men risked their lives to go and get his body so he can be properly memorialized in this place. Amen. Well, God bless you guys. Hope you enjoy this. There'll be more. Bye.